Yes, I'm Blossom.
And I'm Dave. Welcome back to the final Rude Customer Podcast of the week. Round out your week with a daily dose of rude customer shenanigans.
I know. We have a lot today on the list.
It never ends.
I mean, it's rude customers everywhere.
They are everywhere. They don't stop, can't stop. It's terrible.
We can't stop. Is that a Miley Cyrus song, right? Yeah.
Yes, Miley Cyrus song. Yeah, those are Miley Cyrus songs.
Anyways, the first video on the list is we have angry customers at Wendy's.
You know who doesn't like Miley Cyrus songs?
Who?
Rude customers.
You wanted to add that in there?
I have never gonna. I do it for the people.
Okay.
They'll get upset if I don't do the bit.
I don't think you guys care.
The comment section lit up last time over one person was vitriolic.
Okay.
Yeah.
You got it to go, right? Tell them to go.
And now they're dead ends while I'm sitting here waiting to be rated on. I had to be backing up to the kids.
Who's he talking about?
So, this is important.
Yeah, I'd like to order today. Just saying. Just throwing that out there.
A 4-year-old. Wow.
I'd like to order today.
Can we get the stuff to go since we're not welcome? Children are not welcome to act.
Children are welcome if the adults are here with them.
Listen, this one stepped on my foot, that one stepped on. No, excuse me, no nothing. I'm trying to lean on the thing. I have bad knees and all. They're running in and out of here, in and out of here.
Yes, we did.
Yes,
You weren't nasty.
You know,
Came outside.
she was nasty.
We're not going to fight. Can we just have it to go?
When an
This
adult
is Wendy.
would be here.
This is Wendy. You have to like a
Yeah,
school.
that's right. It is proper room school.
Wait, can we just have it to go?
This is ridiculous. I mean, you have somebody on the counter.
I don't want anything.
No. I'm going to
I'm
another
not
place.
hungry.
This is totally ridiculous, and the parent can't be here with the child and expect the child to do an order and control
Give them
fine.
my number, please.
Goodbye. I'll go to some place where kids behave.
Find out.
Wow. How did the guy being filmed look like a young Hank Hill, but the guy filming sounded just like Hank Hill? What is going on? Damn
I
it,
can't
Bobby.
believe that. Yeah, you do a really great Hank Hill impression.
It wasn't great today, but
No, that was good. That was good.
damn it, Bobby.
Yeah, that was pretty good. But I feel like you can't go to rules, just social rules. If you're going to go to a fast food place, don't complain about kids. Even if you're going to go to a restaurant and if there is a kids menu, don't complain about kids. I mean, that's just what it is. If you want to go to a restaurant where there's no kids menu, still don't complain about kids, but then we're not going to look at you side-eyed.
Yeah.
But yeah, especially a fast food place. Where do you think you're going? What did that lady say that?
I love that. She goes, this is what she said, Wendy's? This is Wendy's. What do you think this is? This is Wendy's.
Like,
You acted like it's something bigger. But you know what's funny about that? Do you remember that this happened about, I'd say 15 years ago, maybe 20? I'm not sure. McDonald's changed policy and they started like dialing back the place, dialing back like kids being rowdy. They started going more upscale with the design, like the red and the yellow bench seats went away. Now it looks a little more chic. If you notice, McDonald's kind of look nicer.
Yeah.
They were trying to cater away from, because here's the thing. Do not be shocked when these guys get more support than you would think they would, because people hate kids in restaurants, even in fast food places. Most of all, restaurants are at least bigger, but fast food places, people hate kids in them nowadays. It's terrible.
But what do they think the employees are going to do? If I go up,
Right.
if I go up to a Wendy's employee and I'm like, this kid has stepped on my foot, like, they're not the teacher.
Yeah, what are you doing,
like,
narc?
what I'm going to be like, oh, hey, can your kids not step on that customer's foot? And both of you guys are only going to be staying in the establishment for no more than 10 minutes, maybe. But come on.
Why talk to them at all? Talk to the parent. Are you scared? Like, the only person who can do anything about those kids are the parents.
And if you have bad knees,
Yeah,
how
come
about go through the drive-thru, sit at home?
Well, sit your ass down on the bench right there and stop complaining. And eat
They
your,
weren't stepping on your knees.
like, come on.
So
Like,
this is
stop being-
ridiculous.
like, you're being, even if you're in the right, you sound ridiculous. This is one of those things that you just eat. You just eat. Kids will be kids sometimes, and it's okay to let them be kids. But even if you want to complain to the parent. Maybe just talk to them like people.
And the good thing about this is that because it's a fast food place, you literally have the option to grab your food and leave. You have the option, but and on top of that, you really want to sit down. I'm not, no shit against Wendy's. We love Wendy's.
Yeah.
Not recently, but within the year, we went to a Wendy's sponsorship. I always love adding that in there.
Square
But-
Burgers Faux Life. I love that Pomona thing that we had. That was great.
Yeah, it was a really great. I feel special about it because we were at a sponsorship where Wendy's was giving us alcohol.
Yeah.
So that was
we got
great.
booze. That
Yeah.
was amazing. Shout out BravoCon.
Yes, that's what's up. We felt special.
That was a special day.
But I just feel like you have the option of, if your experience was that bad, just get your crap, go home to have a better experience at your dining room table or in your living room, and there you go, no kids.
But I love that they were like, we're going to take our business where kids behave. This is 2024. That would be nowhere.
I know, it's ridiculous.
Except for your brother. Your brother is the most well-behaved kid ever.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm going to give him credit.
I agree.
I'm going to give him credit. That's a good kid.
He's also a kid that wears a white shirt and doesn't get it messed up. Like if it was between him and Dave, mind you, my brother's 14. If they had a white shirt contest to see who would wear, Dave would lose in 2 seconds. But I'm amazed at how my brother can wear a white shirt all day and not get it messed up.
He could be an inspector. You know, he could be in an episode of Pete and Pete. Now, that's going to make at least one person out there's day. They're going to get that reference, and it's going to make their day. Yeah, because there was an inspector in an episode of Pete and Pete where he can, like, eat barbecue sauce and stuff without getting it on his white outfit. It's incredible. That is Jace.
All right. So the next video on the list is we have Karen freaks out at the pharmacy.
Oh.
So, and these pharmacy ones,
no, go ahead.
I was going to say these pharmacy ones, I do feel for people because if you do need your meds, you need your meds. You know,
I was about to say, I'm okay with it because I hate pharmacies. They're the worst. They treat people like crap. They don't care.
But they also get treated like crap.
They do. But I feel this is one of those, they bring it on themselves most of the time. Walgreens is the worst of the worst. They will straight up ignore you. You will be in line and they will turn around and either close on you if it's near their lunch, or they will turn around and just take drive-through orders and you can just wait.
I don't know. Like, I'm 50-50 with it because people do treat pharmacists like absolute trash too. So
it's definitely a give and take.
Okay, let's watch.
All we did was accept a phone call from somebody posing as the doctor.
Well, then how could he possibly give me that medicine? What if it was a pill? What if it was some kind of a pill instead of a syringe?
Ma'am,
And my husband took the
somebody
wrong
posing
medicine.
as the doctor called us. How are we
How is
supposed to
somebody
know?
posing as a doctor gonna
How do we
call?
know over the phone who's calling? If
How
they
would
say,
you do
I'm
that?
Joanne from Dr. So-and-so's
Then
office,
why is there a drug change request?
because the insurance didn't cover it. So we were trying to get the right medication for him.
Well, it seems really sketchy about what's going on.
Well,
She's so
somebody's
very
posing as a doctor and calling this store.
Oh, it was me. I called as a doctor.
Customer service needed at the
Did not
photo
say
counter.
that. I said somebody, I don't know who it is, but somebody called and
It's ever nobody. Nobody did it. But if this was a medicine and my husband took it, then he would have died from something that he wasn't supposed to take. Whose fault is it then?
whoever called them in.
You people better figure out what the hell you're doing because you're giving wrong medicine to wrong people.
That's not true.
It is true. I could have just picked it up a minute ago. He was at the window and told me I could give it to you.
Somebody is perpetrating a fraud. Somebody
Ask
called
him if he
me.
just told me that. Ask him if he told me
I
I could
believe
pick
you,
it up at
but
the
the
window.
problem is, how are we to know
Customer
if
service
somebody
needed at
called
the
in?
photo counter.
It happens a lot. People call in posing as doctor's offices, calling in medications for themselves that they want to get, that the doctor won't prescribe. So
Photo
they
counter.
call in.
Okay, that's a whole different scenario. That's not.
Yeah.
Okay, so in a situation like this, call your doctor.
Yeah.
Call the doctor, be like, hey, and the doctor's assistant will have to call the pharmacy and deal.
Because I actually feel for her because they were going to give her those meds. They were going to let her take those meds. That's why she's making a big deal about this, because that is a problem. And I don't like this guy's answers.
I mean, this guy does talk like he has a stick up his ass. But
Major stick up his ass and a couple other places potentially too. But he's also, I don't know if he, like, what do you mean? How are we supposed to verify? There's literal verification numbers and codes and things that you can do. What are you talking about? There are things in place. This is a problem that's long friggin' solved.
I understood. Well, that's not how I understood it as someone calling and posing as a doctor. I understood it as, and that means they didn't go through the proper channels like you're supposed to go through if you are going to call the pharmacy. That's how I understood it.
But the point was they were putting the meds through anyway. That's her point. Like the fact that it doesn't matter that he's acknowledging that a fraud is happening. Her point is, but you were giving the meds based off the fraud, and now he's pontificating like they weren't. That's not okay. The point was they were about to give meds that they weren't supposed to give, and he's acting like, how are we supposed to know? What do you mean, how are you supposed to know? You're the pharmacy. That's been handled. Stop it. No.
I still think this is a waste of time for this lady, because anytime there's a problem in the pharmacy, call your doctor. These people are like the delivery people, but you got to call your doctor.
You know how long? You know what's really crazy about the pharmacy stuff? And pharmacists in the chat, go ahead and rise up. That's the education right there. They go to school for a while for that.
Some pharmacists,
like the proper ones, the ones that I know at least, the ones that have gone through like the actual training. That's a good school. It's a good school. You're just a couple years off of like full blown med school stuff. It's crazy.
And what's crazy too is that it's misleading in a way, because on their messages when you call the pharmacy, the voice automated stuff, it'll be like, if you want a refill, because that you do go to the pharmacy to get a refill. Yeah. So when I understand why people spaz out, but to this level, doctor.
Yeah, there's different levels to that too. It's like there's techs and there's people who know more. But it's pharmacy is just that's scary though. I can understand why she's upset, but she ain't getting nowhere with this.
Well, we got some more with this.
It's shocking that there is more of this.
I know, we have still half the video left.
Well, all I'm saying is it happens a lot because people know how to pull prescriptions and impose as physicians.
Well, I don't. I'm not a physician.
I
and I'm not
believe you. I have
going to
no
do this to
trouble.
my husband. So don't start putting the blame somewhere
I'm not
else.
putting the blame on you. I'm just saying we have no culpability if somebody's faking that they're from a doctor's office and call something in.
You keep going harping on that. I didn't do it. My
I know you
husband, 70
did, Sharon.
years old, didn't do it. So it's only between you and the doctor's office.
Not necessarily.
Who else could it be?
That's the question. I don't
You're full
know.
of bullshit. I'm sorry, but you are.
No, I'm
There's
sorry.
no way that anybody in my family pulled this in.
I believe you.
How in the world? Besides that, it's only for insulin. How is my husband going to take pens?
I believe what you're saying. I'm just saying somebody called it in. I don't know who.
Well, you're trying to put the blame on an outside person. When
Well,
the
how
blame
would-
is
how
on
would
an
I- how
outside-
could I
It's
not
either
put the
the
blame?
doctor's office or it's here.
Well, who
That's
called?
the only two
That's a
people that
phone-in
did it.
prescription. Who called here?
It's only two people that could have done it.
That's not
that
true.
office or here.
That's not true.
Well, you're trying to put a blame on a third person, and the third person's me. And
No,
that's,
I'm not trying to
I
put the
want
blame on
every
you.
single prescription out of this place now. I want it transferred over to Walmart. We're not giving you another ounce of business. Send it to Walmart.
You have to call Walmart and have them request us, and we'll be happy.
And what's your name? Robert?
I will fax it over to Walmart upon their request.
He got the last word. He's like, don't let the door hit you where the good Lord hit you.
You have to call Walmart.
You gotta call Walmart.
He
Have
was
a good
so happy
time
to say
leaving.
that. He
Yeah,
was so happy.
He was
He
waiting.
is a jerk.
Yes.
He's a jerk.
He's a jerk. But she's not easy.
I don't know if I would place her as a Karen, because
Yeah.
it's almost like he was instigating, but in like a professional way, but being a professional instigator.
Yeah, he was
Yeah.
definitely a professional a-hole.
Mm-hmm.
She's not a Karen. We'll call her Carrie for now. Mm-hmm. She's our little Carrie. We'll see where she goes. She can go left or right. We'll see which way on the fork she goes. I hate pharmacies, if you can't tell. But it's also because it sucks. I'm a vet, okay? And I know just how loosey-goosey pharmacies can be, and they'll just keep you on all these pills for as long as possible. And it's doctors, pharmacies, the whole shebang. It's just, I hate it, and it just triggers me very badly. Mm-hmm. Very, very badly, because they'll just give it to you. They'll just give it to you. They don't care. And then when you try to call out something of like the overgiving of drugs, you're the problem. This guy, you know what bothered me about that?
What?
Is that it's not that he was trying to blame somebody. He was trying to blame anybody. He made up a third mythological creature. Well, somebody called somebody. Well, instead of just trying to imagine somebody who could have done it, which is kind of starting the blame roll towards the customer there, check the records. Do something on the phone call. Check the number that called. Verify yourself with the doctor's office. See if there's somebody who called it in. There's something you could be doing instead of just trying to create a conspiracy of who made the phone call.
Yeah, that's
that sounds
why
blaming.
I feel like he was such a huge instigator, because there could have been other things that he could have told this lady. Oh, I see that she's enraged, or outraged. So how about I tell her, hey, what's your doctor's name? Okay, well, have him give him a call. He just did not seem like he cared at all.
Yeah.
And yeah, he was a jerk.
And maybe that was even for a reason too, but it doesn't seem like it in that case. And there was definitely better ways to handle it instead of looking for the second gunman on the grassy knoll. Like, stop it. Mm-hmm. Do we have more rude customers today?
We do. We have one more.
I love rude
This
customers.
is so I did not watch this video.
Oh, going in blind.
I know. This is a pissed off customer at a post office who yells at the clerk in LA, Los Angeles.
That's another place that you don't want to get rowdy. We talked about this the other day, earlier in the week. Places you don't want to get too loud and indignant. Mm-hmm. This is another one. Post office. Don't mess with your mail. They control your mail. They can't keep it from you, but they can slow it the F down.
First of all, I got a 6-year-old standing with me. You need to talk to his father with some respect. You need to talk to his father with some respect. Okay? I ain't tolerating that. I don't care who you dealt with today. You go talk to me with some respect. No. You go talk to me with some respect. Now, I don't care who you been dealing with today. You go talk to me with some respect. Okay? My son is standing right here. Okay? You talk to me with some respect. You want some respect, you go get some. Okay, you're not going to talk to me any kind of way. Now, I done tried to deal with you civilized, but now I got to put you in your place. Because you's a woman, I'm a man. I'm not going to let you talk to me any kind of way. Now, I'm going to put you back in your place. You do your post office job to the best of your ability and learn how to talk to people or get another career. You go get you another career or go get you some job training.
For how much?
Okay? Go take you a 15-minute break and learn how to talk to people. No, I'm a taxpayer in this community. You wait. I'm a taxpayer in this community. And I don't come here to get this kind of service.
Wow.
Okay, so many people are praising this guy in the comments. Oh, he didn't swear, he didn't do this, but he just told this lady that I'm going to have to now put you in your place. Now, this could be one of two things. I'm not into when people tell women to know your place, stand in your place. I'm going to put you in your place. Anything, when a man tells a woman that I'm going to put you, or you need to know your place, I'm going to put you in your place, any of that stuff, I'm not okay with it. I will probably physically punch you.
That's a very good possibility.
I'm not okay with it. I'm not. So...
just because she's looking like she's out of an episode of I Love Lucy does not mean that she's the one to play with.
No, I'm just not okay with it when men do that, when men talk to women that way, because then I'm like, well, how do you treat your significant other if you have one?
This was crazy. You know? This was amazing. Mm-hmm. There's a lot to unpack here. I'm going to feel like a ESPN and analyst right now because there's a lot to go through. This guy's nuts.
Yeah.
He went, and the kid, if you watch the kid, you know when a kid's used to things.
I know.
You know when a kid
it was
is
so funny.
used
Like,
to
Dad's going
things.
off. Here we go
this
again.
is happening again. Let's stretch. We're going to be here a minute. All right, Dad. And then he was even going through some of the mannerisms that his dad did. If you really watched, this was gold. But I stopped watching the kid when homie went biblical. Mm-hmm. I'm a man. You're a woman. And at first, that wasn't even the first, like, weird thing he said. He goes, I'm with a 6-year-old, and as his father, you will respect me. Now, I understand what he was saying. You ain't going to talk out of pocket in front of my kid. You ain't going to disrespect me. I understand what he was trying to say. It just came out crazy. And then he follows it up with, you're a woman, I'm a man. I'm going to put you in your place. I'm like, whoa, this dude stepped out of 1950.
But he's being praised because he's a black man that went off that didn't cuss. That's why he's being praised.
That's a low bar.
Yeah.
That's a low bar. And I don't get, because he didn't throw a punch or he didn't scream. That's not enough to friggin' praise this guy.
Mm-hmm.
Like, this dude's going like straight up misogynist here. And I don't do that. It takes a lot for me to say, no, this dude's got inner Ike Turner and he needs to talk to somebody. This is not good. And it's not good how okay the kid is with it.
He's used to it. It's a regular Wednesday.
Yep. That's when you know something's up. When kids are the barometer for everything. You watch the kids in a situation, they'll pretty much tell you what's happening behind the scenes.
Right. And if the kid was scared, then that means that daddy never usually does this. Yep. And so if the kid is just chilling, it's normal Wednesday.
Yep. That's scary. Scary.
You stand behind and talk to people. No, sir, nothing. Sir, nothing. You can't serve me because you should have did me right the first time. Call the police. What they gonna do? Escort me out of here? I didn't do nothing. I didn't make no threats. That's ridiculous. You guys you got good service because you helped me initially. That lady need a reality check.
I feel you, baby.
She need a reality check and some Lipton iced tea because that ain't acceptable.
That's brisk. No.
If she explained it the first time, I didn't understand it because maybe she got just as much as a high school diploma. I went to college. I'm a Clark Atlanta University graduate.
What did he say?
If I heard that right, the guy at the counter said something about Lipton iced tea, and the guy behind the camera said, that's brisk. And if I heard that right, that's brilliant. That dude is next level comedian because that was quick. Lipton iced tea. That's brisk. That's brisk, baby. That's great. I hope I heard that the way I heard that because that was awesome.
I did see a Lipton iced tea in the comments too.
He said Lipton iced tea. That's brisk. I love you, commenter guy. Oh, that was good. I love people who are fast.
Keep talking to people is trying to belittle us, then I'll make a crusade to come up here and make this post office my business. See what you guys doing, you messing with the wrong people in the community. I'm a taxpayer here. Trust me. Don't make a crusade you guys don't want to start. You guys are employed because of us, not because of your own volition. I'm just telling you, you guys are employed because of us, not because of yourself. Learn how to talk to people. Try to deal with you guys in a calm fashion. Call the police. What they gonna do is escort me out?
He said crusade a couple of
but
times.
notice how he walked out of there, though.
Oh, yeah. He walked out. Everybody was laughing.
He wasn't that dumb.
No, he knew not to stick around. Because he knows he's going to get escorted out. And, unfortunately, it's going to make your day longer. So he knew when to leave. I'm going to say a couple things. He's probably not a bad guy. I think he's upset and frustrated, but I'm guessing that he's probably for a good... He didn't go... I understand why... He is getting some praise in the chat, in the comments, because he knew when to leave. He didn't go too crazy. And yeah, the kid was entertaining himself, but it doesn't necessarily mean he's the beacon of evil either. But I am wondering, because he seemed like a dude who is just fed up, and he went way too much on something that was, don't treat me with respect.
He sensed an attitude, and he was like, I'm going to call you out for it, and I'm not going to just go about my biz.
No. He did it the wrong way, though.
I believe this man, if anything, he was treated with an attitude.
Yeah.
I believe that. I believe this man was, I don't know the amount of disrespect, but I believe he was disrespected. Do I still believe he's rude? I believe you're a rude customer. If you see a line in the back, you can make your point and go. But you sitting there going on, for decades while there's a line, it's kind of like being in the drive-through line as well. Like, I'm not a fan of that. Yeah. Like, say your point and keep it going. You have your kid with you. You're absolutely correct. And you are an example. Now, one can argue, okay, he's showing his kid to stand up for what you believe and all that stuff. Sure. But also, it's just, there's a time and place, and you can make your point and keep it going.
Message matters. How you deliver it matters. And here's the thing. That makes him a rude customer. The fact that he didn't leave and all that, even though he does eventually, he was still making a scene. That's rude customer strike number one. But the big ones for me, no matter if you're right, when you start doing the misogyny stuff, when you start talking down to somebody because of their race, their gender, their sexual preferences, you're losing. You're losing, because make it about the attitude. Don't make it about the person. Make it about the point, not the emotion. That's how you win arguments. If you start giving into the emotion about who the person is and why they're doing it, and you're going to lose a core of the people listening to you because you sound like an ass. So don't make it about that, because I love the fact that he didn't cuss. I think that's great.
I think it's amazing, but the only reason why people are saying that, because if he was white, like they wouldn't.
Oh God, yeah.
They wouldn't care.
God, yeah, 100%. And that's true. It's like, see, it's just fascinating to look at this. It really is. But it's definitely not cool when you're talking down to somebody in that manner because of who they are.
Right.
He wouldn't be saying that if she was a guy. He would have been challenging into a fight.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I believe that, because there was no need to add misogyny into it, but. I have a funny Marshall story.
Oh.
Or it's Marshall / home goods store connected. And so the other day I bought another tree for our set. It was $149.
Ridiculous.
And I know it was pretty ridiculous.
Could have chopped down a real tree for less.
I know, but here we are. We have it.
It's beautiful.
And yeah, I love it. And so I'm in line. So I'm putting this big tree on the cart, and so I'm in line with these people, and it's summertime and people can't believe, oh my gosh, they really don't have that many cashiers on the register. So I'm just hearing people complaining, and I'm just like, do whatever. And so then you have these people on the line who are complaining about, like, oh, who's the slower cashier? Because there was this lady, like the first one, cashier number one. She was an older lady, but she was like moving like very slow. And mind you, this is the conversation they were all having, and I was just observing it all. And I'm like, okay, really? Has it gotten to that level where we're just like observing like who's fast, who's slow? And so she's like taking her time, which she was cashier number one. And then you hear another lady go, oh, I want that cashier down there. She's done like 4 people, and this lady's still on, this person. So they start saying, yes, I got cashier, yada, yada, down there, God. Right?
Shameless.
So they go down there. I end up getting the slow cashier, right? And what gets me is like they always try to get me to get this TJ Maxx card, and I say no. But then what gets me is after they say, are you sure? And I say no. She tells me, well, your total is actually $250 and change. You could be saving 10% off if you do that. I was like, that's okay. I'm fine. And
she hates that.
But
don't ask her more than once.
I end up getting this slow lady, but the kicker is as I walk out, because me and the other lady who was talking about getting the fast cashier, as I walk out, guess whose shit rained onto the thing? The sensor. So that lady still had some sensors on her clothes and had to go back to get it to get it removed. And I thought it was funny because my slow lady that they didn't want, she took her time and she got the sensors off of the shorts, got the sensors off of all that stuff, right? And her fast lady that she was all clapping for, she had having to go back because the lady didn't get all the sensors off. So I just thought that was really funny because it was like they were talking all this shit, and at the end of the day, just shut up. Like it was just like, this is what you get for talking shit.
Remember, with old people, it's not about being slow. It's about being deliberate.
No, yeah, it was really funny. So I don't know. It was just a little story.
I love that. That's good.
Yeah.
That's really good. I think that it's hilarious that people are so shameless. That.
Yeah, they don't care to be like, oh, you need to move a little bit faster. Like obviously she looked to be like in her 60s. So. Yeah,
I would have taken it a step farther. I would start taking bets. Something
what?
Like, yeah. Inside track number 1. Prop bets? How many people will cashier 4 do before cashier 1 gets done with their next customer?
To me, that's rude.
Yeah, it is.
But
it could be profitable.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, become a line bookie.
No. Yeah, a line bookie.
A line bookie. Yeah, a bookie in line. Yeah. Sometimes the name just describes what it is.
No, I just think people need to, like, if you're gonna go, like I made it a point the other day when I went to get the tree, like, okay, that's the time I'm gonna do it. I know if I'm going to a store, I'm gonna have to wait in line. So I'm not gonna sit here and be like, oh, I need to be out of here at such and such time. I knew that you were gonna get off work. Actually, I had to go to.
Timed it.
Yeah, I knew you were gonna get off work at 5. And so I knew I had also a Target run because I needed to get the Brita.
Our elevator's out.
Yeah, also. So that's why I needed his help. But hey, I carried the tree up the stairs.
It's a bajillion degrees out there. There's no shame in that.
Okay.
People are dying out there. It's hot as hell. You wait. That's okay. She was waiting in the car in nice AC, listening to music. I'm walking, trudging after work. Dying in the heat. Melting.
He works across the street.
Yeah, it was a long walk over in that heat. I'm like, dragging my foot like the opening of Walking Dead. It's great.
Anyways.
Thank you guys once again for another amazing Rude Customers podcast.
Oh my gosh.
Right?
My sisters, hold on. I'm not answering that right now.
No, don't answer that one right now.
Because honestly, this is what, okay, so that's another thing too. So, family, real quick. Just a little vent. What do you do if you cannot help who you're related to? And we have to go out to eat. We have to, we go somewhere. I minimalize. Oh, that's the first time I said minimalize right.
That's
nice. The first time I said that right.
Yeah, all right,
yeah, sorry. We did that wrong.
Yeah, that was my
That's
fault.
the first time. No, I can never say minimalize right. I can never do it. Okay, anyways.
Proud of you.
So, yes. I was born here. I just can't say the word. But anyways, my whole point, not my sister, my mom, my whole point is I try, like with my godmother, with my mom, I will try, and sometimes with my sister too, because she'll order stuff and she don't know what she orders, but then it's not the restaurant's fault if she doesn't like it. She'll be like, oh, I thought it had this, and I'm like, but you ordered it. Like, so things like that pisses me off, and I'm like, what do you do in those instances? Do you just take one for the team? What I try to do is I try not to go anywhere with any of them. Wait.
She liked the movie that you sent her, and then she like,
yeah. I try not to go anywhere with I think I go out to eat with my family maybe 3 times a year.
It's hilarious.
3 times a year.
I enjoy going to dinner with her with other people. It doesn't happen very often, but what I enjoy about it is the after actions assessment. I get to listen to the post-meal breakdown.
What?
It's amazing.
What do you mean the post-meal
You get to tell me what everybody did at dinner that annoyed you. It's
Oh.
awesome. I love it. It's incredible. It's great.
Mhm.
It's like tradition.
Yeah, I think the last embarrassing moment that I had, and I didn't mean to go on this tangent, but one of my family members just called me and it made me go on this tangent real quick. The last one I had is when my sister, she orders a meal. And she orders these nachos that she doesn't like. And so my mom's like, sorry if you can hear the ambulance. But my mom's like, I'm so distracted by the ambulance. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. My mom's like, Bianca, to my sister, you don't like the meal that you had, right? You don't like it? Tell them. Let them know. Because my mom does not care. She does not care. And my sister would be like, oh, to the waitress, I'm sorry. I thought I had this. Can I order something else? And of course I can't say no. But it's just so embarrassing. I absolutely hate it. And then with my mom on our engagement party, she was like, don't worry, Blossom. I tipped the people at Subway. Because we also had, we had a huge catering with Buffalo Wild Wings,
awesome,
Subway.
actually, yeah.
We had a catering, a lot of places for our engagement party.
We got taken care of.
And I was worried that she didn't tip those people. But she said that she did. So
It what's great is that at least she knew to tell you. Because you would have been thinking about it. That would have came up. I wonder if they tip right. You think that would have been something I would have heard on the ride home. You think they tip right? I bet they didn't tip the Subway. We should stop at Subway.
I went on a date where this was like 4 or 5 years ago. I went on a date.
Wait, other men existed before me?
Huh? What?
Other men existed before me?
You joke a lot.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Tell your story.
And who was married before?
Tell your story.
Okay, cool. I See, now you're distracting me. I don't even know what I was gonna say. Oh yeah,
You
I
went
went on a date
4 or 5 years ago.
Okay, real quick. Sorry, this is not me for story time, but I went on a date and I had to go after our date. This was in Milford at a seafood place. He did not tip. He only tipped her $5. So I went back and I was like, "Can I order a drink?" I feel so embarrassed. He did not tip you right. I'm so sorry. I ordered a drink and I tipped her more.
I feel very good about the first time I went out to dinner. I took care of it. I made sure the
Yeah,
tip,
but I was also
all of it.
very like, you better tip, right?
No, not the first time. Well, you were definitely looking at me with judgment, but I made sure to tip.
Was I?
Like you were anticipating. Now I know. I didn't know then what those looks were. Now I know what they are. It was the anticipatory looks. She's like, yeah, all right.
I don't think I was doing all that.
Oh yeah,
I was
nod
not
of
doing
approval and everything. After I whipped out my fat stack and tipped that waitress appropriately, she gave me one of these. I saw it. It was with your eyes.
Okay.
Thank you, guys. Thank you guys once again for another fantastic week of Rude Customer Podcast shenanigans.
Thank you. And then because we don't currently, as we're filming this, we have 0 podcast reviews. So if you can review us on Apple Podcasts, that would be great. We are anywhere where you listen to your podcasts.
Anywhere that audio files are found. Make sure you guys are checked. Stop stealing it. You weren't even giving that outro. That was my outro, and you're stealing it. And now you think I won't say it? I'm going to say it more times. You know why? Because I'm Bonnet Dave now. This is me now. I feel my hair is well more protected. I started. Thank you guys so much. We really do appreciate you. Check us out everywhere. Leave comments. We love it. It really does kind of make our day. I'm not going to lie. We appreciate you so much. Thank you guys for finding us, being here, and hanging out another week. We'll see you next week.
Thank you. I'm Blossom.
And I'm Dave. Welcome. No. We'll see you next time on another Rude Customer Podcast. Bye.